Are you looking for sealed product and singles? You can find it all on Channel Fireball. Please use my Tailmon affiliate code when checking out to help support my content. Looking for PTCGO codes? Poton Store has all the latest sets and promos, instantly delivered to your email. You can use Tailmon code when checking out for 5% off. If you're from Europe, Millipots Gaming has a wide array of sealed products, singles, and more. You can use Tailmon code when checking out for 5% off. Want to show off your love for Tailmon? Check out my 2021 merch. These new hoodies and shirts are available on Amazon. Click on the link in the description to get yours. Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new Tailmon video. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are going to be playing with Derpy Seaking this time around. Let's see what we end up doing with its Reaping Horn. Flip 3 coins for each heads, discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. So the whole idea is going to be to eliminate each and every energy that our opponent has in play and trapping something that cannot attack us, and then we just outright win by either attacking or item locking them. I feel like this deck could definitely use more Lily's Pokédoll to make sure that you don't deck yourself out. Like if you have two, you can just keep cycling them and never deck yourself out. With Phione, you could also prevent that, so those are definitely cards to consider. But we do have the Cryogonal with the Frozen Lock to trap something and your opponent can't play any item cards from their hand during their next turn. We do have Absol as well to make sure that something is trapped in the active spot. We have Mew to prevent the bench damage, and we have Zacian to help us with setting up. I feel like I really want the Phione though. Like, just looking at the list right now, I 100% think having a Phione is a good idea right here. So I'm gonna make that change for something. What is that something? I'm gonna say that something is going to be the Incense. Now one Pokemon. No, yeah, one Pokemon. I take out one Pokemon and I'm gonna add in a Phione live right here to make sure that we never deck out, basically. So yeah, pretty straightforward deck. Otherwise, we have the flipping coins and we have Glimwood Tangle to make sure that we can reflip, right? In case we don't like the results, we can reflip through Glimwood Tangle and make sure that we get a bunch of flipping horns that way. I honestly think maybe a Munchlax could also be good in this. Munchlax also makes sense in this. But anyways, we have Crushing Hammers and Team Grunts to help us with the energy control and to stop our opponents from attacking us. We have Rosa for when something gets KO'd. We have Boss's Orders to play around and manipulate our opponent's active. We also have the Wash Energy to prevent the effects of attacks from our opponent's Pokemon to our water Pokemon. Not sure where it could come in handy, but there's no real punishment for not having it. And we have Ordinary Rod for recovery. We have Cynthia Caitlin as well to recover things like Marty and Boss's Order. And so let's jump into the ladder and see what we can do. Like, perhaps our goal ends up being eliminate all the energies and then like sweep with Seaking. We'll see. Yeah, we shall see. All right, so we do win the coin flip. I actually think it's gonna be like better to go second just to have a more stable turn one. We also mess around with decks that don't want to go first, like Picrom or Centiskorch. All right, not the best starting hand for us, that's for sure. It seems like we're up against Colossal, right? It seems like we're up against Colossal. We can collect. I think that's gonna be important right here because our hand is really that bad. So we get two cards, right? We get two cards and we have multiple collects to try and help us get out of this sticky situation right here. Or my opponent can simply Marnie, that's also fantastic and very useful. We're not threatened if we are up against Colossal VMAX, which it's the only deck that plays this energy anyways. This allows us to get That's fine. This allows us to get Zacian out, which is fantastic. Allows us to get Zacian out, and I'm happy with that. Yeah, I am definitely happy with that. Okay, so I do think that this card here is the Absol. All the other cards seem useful, and there's a Zacian. So now I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna lose the Goldeen, right? Yeah, I probably should have played the hammer before I committed to that. That's fine. So that is fine. Between the hammer and the Seaking, we'll hopefully be able to remove a ton of the energy that my opponent has in the active at the moment. Yeah, at the moment. We'll be able to get back the Goldeen and the 2 energies and the Absol as well. Do see the Crobat, so there's already something that we can trap. Although you would expect my opponent to be playing 4 switches and maybe even 1 or 2 Malolanas in their Colossal VMAX deck. We'll see. Oranguru is another Pokemon we can trap, which is good. Alright. So we do see the Air Balloon on the Oranguru. To see the Primate Wisdom. So do we see an attach KO? Apparently we do. No, apparently we do, which is fine. Maybe they're debating playing boss. Yeah, that is exactly what they're debating. Okay, targeting the energy and the Goldeen, that's fair. That is absolutely fair. Okay, so I would expect to remove 2 energies, right? Between the Crushing Hammer and my attack, you would expect to remove 2 energies from my opponent's Pokemon this turn. So definitely think that's what we do, right? Definitely think that's what we do. There's 1, there's 2. All right, so we remove actually all the energies from my opponent's Pokemon. And that means now we are free to... All right, now we get a free win, which is awesome. That was pretty sweet. That was pretty cool. All right, not bad. Not a bad start for Seaking. Let's jump into our next game and see what we go up against and see if we can get this sort of control against them. Yeah, it should be cool. Should be pretty cool. All right. Alrighty. Alright. So we're gonna call the coin flip right here. Everyone will choose who goes first and who goes second. All right, decent start. We are going first, so that means turn 2 Seaking, which is awesome. Turn 2 Seakings potentially. Okay, and we're up against Raichu. All right. I definitely value establishing Seakings, but I think, yeah, Crushing Hammers are definitely important, so I'll do that. Honestly, I kind of want to get an Absol, because then my opponent doesn't have the Air Balloon retreat. I actually really like that. So that's what I'm gonna go for. Force a switch if my opponent wants to get like a big turn next turn. Just force the switch, you know? Absolutely force the switch. All right, not bad at all. We might just get Marnied right here. We do see the Mew 3, which is fine. We see the Coco immediately, so we know it's not Price. It's just standard Pikarom, it's not Lightning Mew 3. And my opponent goes ahead and discards an energy for us. We'll take that. We will absolutely appreciate that. We do see him grabbing Pikarom. Didn't grab the Denny. goes ahead and switches, and then goes for the research. All right. So Kogo can Kogo can retreat much easier than the Raichu with your balloon. There's the Boltund, discarded a Marnie right there. We're gonna see a Quick Ball on a Hammer. That's nice, always nice to see. And now we see the Crobat, which is really good, right? Crobat is, because even if we brought up the Dene can attack us. However, Crobat can definitely not attack us, which is fantastic. My opponent has already committed an energy there. So he's looking for the switch for our balloon. And now he's down like a lot of resources, honestly, and fails it. Okay, that's honestly really, really big. Now the question is it really worth it to play the hammers? And will my opponent just start attacking me rather than setting up something? They might. They honestly might. I'm kind of liking just attaching here and going for the Intrepid Sword. They are down 2 Marnies. They still need to find a switch or an Air Balloon to use Boltund. If they Marnie us again, that's the 3rd Marnie, and that's also great. The more we can counter in a hand, sticking, the better, right? And they are already down a bunch of cards, so... Alright, dedicate the energy to the Raichu, understandably so, and simply passes. Alright, we will take that. Now if I bench the Absol, right, they can no longer just Air Balloon, now they need a switch. And that's pretty nice. I do like using Crushing Hammer on the speed. Not on the lightning, but just on speed. The speed cannot be recovered, which is fantastic. And so I kind of want to thin, but I also don't want to like play anything here. Maybe I do want to Marnie. Well, do I? Like, do I want my opponent to do stuff? Maybe I don't. Okay, well, that worked. That absolutely works. My opponent realizes that he's down 1 switch, he's gonna need another one to retreat that Coco. And with enough Boss's orders, I was probably going to be able to just trap something eventually and forever, right? So not bad. Not bad at all. Absolutely not bad at all. Alrighty, so let's try a 3rd game. Games go by quicker with this than with ADP, which is surprising. Which is very, very surprising. Alright, so my opponent chooses to go first. We get a decent-ish start. We can establish Zacian. We will get mulligans, which is nice. And it seems like we are up against Look Metal, which should be a good matchup for this, honestly, because they do have a finite number of energies. They can't attack like super easily, so we'll see. Yeah, the GX attack is going to be very annoying though, for sure. Absolutely very annoying. Alright, that's actually really good. So I'm going to discard this. Now I'm gonna grab a Zacian, and I think I want to discard this. And I'm gonna grab a Goldeen. So we'll do that, we'll do that, we'll do that. We'll go ahead and do this. And then we'll go ahead and Intrepid Sword. Alright. I do see a scenario where we remove most of the energies from my opponent. With the damage reduction though. With the damage reduction. I mean, we do have Phione, so I think that's gonna be our win condition, honestly. I think Phione is going to be our win condition. If I can start removing the energy, that's really good, right? I will not be able to, Right? I will not be able to do so. I don't expect my opponent to have any air balloons or anything. So I'm just gonna go ahead and Intrepid Sword right here. There's the Seaking finally. So I hope my opponent commits another energy to the active. That way I can start removing it. That would be fantastic. Especially with the Stadium, I'm confident that I can remove at least one, really slow things down for him. We do see the Look Medal, do see the attachment there. And we see the Marnie, so goodbye Seaking. That's okay though, a Marnie gone is really good. I'm pretty sure I saw the Phione, but I need to be aware of the Phione. I need to keep a space open. Right, I absolutely need to keep a bench space open. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Okay. Take away that energy. And then I think I now just go Intrepid Sword. Okay. Yeah, so I do have a doll, but I don't have infinite ways to retreat into the doll. So it's gonna be through the Phione that I'll be able to prevent the deck out. No Seaking for me yet. This is gonna be a very slow and painful game, probably. Pirate Plant, Metal Goggles, Coding Energy. Pirate Plant is annoying for sure. But if they're playing Power Plant, they're probably playing 2 Power Plants, so our 4 Glimwood Tangles will always end up sticking, which is fantastic. I'll do this. And then, okay. I think I'm gonna play the doll, and I want to retreat into the doll. And I'm gonna go ahead and Yell Grunt this. And then we'll go ahead and Zacian. Right, still no Seaking though. Still no Seaking. We have used up way more cards than my opponent. Okay, Malalana and Cynthia Caitlin. There's one Saucer. If they use the Malalana now, that's fantastic for me. Great. That is pretty good. So, are they going to GX or are they? Yeah, they just KO the doll. Okay, that works. I am honestly okay with that. So, I'm going to promote this directly. I think I am going to... Well, this is going to get targeted at some point. I know that, right? I absolutely know that. So, here's what I'll do. I'll bench... Nah, I won't bench the Absol. I'll do this and I'll go Marty. Okay, please give me a Seaking. There we go, that's nice. And a Glimwood Tangle, that's also really good. Not the best follow-up for sure, but it is what it is. I won't bench that yet. I'm just gonna go Ripping Horn. Tails, tails, 1 heads. I feel like I should reflip because like odds are I'll just get the same result. Well, 1 heads out of 6 flips. 1 heads out of 6 flips. Average, right? Obviously average. That is obviously average. Oh, 2 Marnies. That's pretty big. If we think of a deck out scenario. It's actually pretty big. If my hand wasn't completely dead, I wouldn't have minded those 3 flips, but that's just awful. That is just absolutely awful. Oh boy. What are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? Okay. So I'll do that, and we'll go ahead and Intrepid Sword. So I get double Seaking, so I get to try again for 2 more turns. That was really awful though. Really, really awful and unfortunate. Like even 1 heads flip on the second reroll would have prevented the Seaking knockout. Was I greedy? I don't think I was. I don't think I was greedy. Alright. So we are in sort of a clock, right? We are in sort of a clock. So we'll go ahead and evolve. I'll go ahead and quick ball away this for another Goldeen. Bench it, and then play this. Grab the Seaking. Yeah, just to slightly improve our top decks. Okay, I'm due for a triple heads turn. Okay, well, we get 2, which is nice. Can remove the 2 metal energies. And that almost prevents me from going down. Now they could Metal Saucer switch KO. That is true. So maybe I should have chosen the 2 captures because of that, or to prevent that. Maybe that's what I should have done. Not sure, honestly, not sure. They do simply go switch. Oh, they're gonna saucer onto this guy again. Yep, if I had removed the captures, that play would not have been possible. Ah, boy. I am down 21 cards and I haven't, like, I'm due for a good top deck, you know? I'm due for a good top deck. The issue is, now that they're at 3 prizes, yeah, they're too far ahead at this point. They are absolutely too far ahead at this point. They are absolutely too far ahead at this point, unfortunately. They're also down only 1 switch, which is awful. For us, there's a Tails, and I cannot flip heads today, right? That is way under 50%. Way under 50%. Yeah, and now all they need is energy switch boss to win. They don't even care about this not having enough energies, so that's gonna be it. Yeah, that is absolutely going to be it for us. Absolutely, there's no coming back from this, unfortunately. Just flipped horribly, you know, flipped absolutely horribly. Tails. All right. 4 heads flipped, 12 tails flipped. So I went 25% on my flips, right? 50-50? I don't think so. That's gonna be it for Seaking. Thanks so much for tuning in. Live by the flips, die by the flips. I got screwed over by my reflip, and then 4 tails in a row towards the end. 50-50, right? Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to win the Pokémon store code in each video. And I'll see you in the next one.